At the beginning of the film, we follow a group of 7 friends. 3 of them are the main characters, Haley, Grant, and Paxton, while the other 4, Elise, Lucas, Paige, and Madeline, are less central to the story. The group wants to celebrate Elise's birthday, so they rent part of a mansion in a place called Catskills, on a mountain in New York, where they plan to have fun, play games, and enjoy their time together. Early on, we find out that Haley and Grant used to be in a relationship, but they broke up not long ago. The entire story takes place inside this mansion, which is supposed to be the location of the celebration. They notice a door marked, "Do not enter." At first, they consider leaving it closed, but their curiosity gets the better of them, and they go inside. They discover a basement, like in most old mansions, that leads to an underground area filled with antiques and artifacts, so they start exploring and examining everything. Paxton notices a wooden box containing old tarot cards. These cards look just like regular playing cards and consist of 27 standard cards and one special card called the Fool. However, they're not used for playing, but for fortune-telling and predicting the future, something that has become increasingly common in media lately. Lynn carefully examines the cards and tells them that one of the most important rules of tarot reading is not to use someone else's deck. But since they're at a birthday party, the group challenges her to read the future for her and for Grant. We learn that Haley already knows how to read tarot cards in her everyday life, so she agrees to read for everyone. She starts with Elise, who gets the High Priestess card. Then Madeline gets the Hangman, Paige gets the Magician, Paxton gets the Fool, and Lucas gets the Hermit. Haley doesn't just read the cards, she also gives each of them a glimpse into their future. Then Grant steps in, even though he doesn't believe in any of this, and starts making fun of it. Haley reads his cards, and he gets the Devil. She tells him he will lose something important in his life and that a sacrifice is coming. Grant gets upset, and says she's reading the cards wrong because she already knows personal things about them. He challenges her to read her own cards if she's really that good. This upsets Haley, so she reads for herself out of spite, and she gets the Death card. The next day, we see Lucas winning $700 from a scratch-off ticket. While winning money is a good thing, it feels a bit strange, especially since Haley had predicted he would gain money soon. This makes us wonder if the tarot cards are connected to what's happening, but no one really pays attention to it. At the same time, we learn that Paxton enjoys listening to true crime and mystery podcasts, and he also loves horror movies. That night, Elise starts to feel like something strange is happening in her house. When she goes upstairs, she finds her tarot card, the High Priestess, lying on the floor. Suddenly, a real priestess attacks her, causing her to fall from above. She dies from the repeated she suffers as she crashes down the stairs. The next day, the rest of the group hears about Elise's death and assumes it was just an accident. It doesn't cross their minds that the cards might be connected to what happened. That night, they gather again to mourn her. Haley, deeply upset, opens up to her friends about her childhood. She explains that her mother was very sick and had very little chance of surviving, which made that period extremely difficult for her. Because of that, Haley started learning how to read tarot cards, at first to ease her mother's pain or to find out if she would recover. But every time she read for her, she kept getting the Death card. She tried many times, but the result was always the same. In the end, her mother did pass away, and since then, Haley has believed in tarot and astrology. At the same time, Lucas starts seeing strange things at the subway station, where the monk from his tarot card appears. He tries to run away toward a restricted area, but the monk suddenly shows up, causing Lucas to fall onto the train tracks and die. The next day, the remaining 5 friends hear the news of Lucas's death and become very worried. Then a police officer comes to talk to them about what happened and advises them to stay home because they're clearly shaken. After speaking with the officer, the 5 friends decide to meet again. Paxton believes that whoever committed the 2 murders must be one of them because he follows crime news closely and listens to many true crime podcasts, giving him experience in this kind of situation. At first, no one takes him seriously. Later, Haley confirms that the 2 deaths are strongly connected to the tarot cards. She explains that she had warned Lucas he would gain money and advised him not to go down a dangerous path, but he went to the restricted area and was killed on the train tracks. She also told Elise that she would see a staircase, and indeed, Elise was killed on the stairs. This proves that Haley's predictions were accurate, and the tarot cards do not lie. After hearing Haley, everyone is convinced except Grant, who thinks the deaths were just coincidences and that the tarot stuff is nonsense. The rest of the friends ignore him and start looking for a supernatural expert. They find a woman named Mira Stone and visit her at her home. Haley tells Mira about the deaths of their friends after she read the tarot cards for them. Mira asks if the cards are kept in a wooden box with astrological symbols, and Haley confirms. Mira also asks if the cards are hand-drawn and old, which Haley affirms. Mira then shares the history of the cards, telling them that in 1951 in Mexico City, 6 people died one day after reading these cards. In 1969, 8 people died 3 days after reading them. And in 1998 in London, 5 friends read the cards, and all of them died except for one, Mira herself. That's why the cards are considered cursed, and they must be destroyed. Mira explains that she realized the cards were cursed from the start, and she didn't predict her own death because she hadn't read the cards herself. Later, the cards were sold at an auction before she could destroy them, and ever since, she's been searching for them. Today, she knows they are in the mansion the friends rented. Mira tells them they must destroy the cards quickly because the curse is on them, and their turn to die will come soon. She also explains the origin of the cards. In 1798 in Hungary, a tarot reader read the cards for a baron because his wife was pregnant. The reading predicted that both the wife and baby would die during childbirth. The baron got angry and demanded a different outcome, but the reader kept reading, and each time the result was death. The baron fired her, and a few days later, his wife and baby died exactly as predicted. The baron went insane, killed his daughter, and then himself. Before dying, the tarot reader performed a ritual on the cards to take revenge on anyone who would open them later, which cursed them. She then killed herself, binding her spirit to the cards. This means anyone who reads the cards will die. After learning this story, the friends decide to burn the cards. But their car stops suddenly, and the hanged man, from Madeline's card, appears. He attacks the car, breaks the windows, drags Madeline outside, takes her into a tunnel, and starts hanging her in front of everyone. The friends are stunned. Paxton and the others run toward the university to find a secure location. After the last incident, Grant says he'll go alone because staying together will put them all in danger. After arguing briefly, he leaves, but on the way, the fool appears. Paxton panics and rushes into the building toward the elevator. The elevator doesn't respond at first, but after several attempts, it opens. Paxton enters and closes the doors. When he reaches the 5th floor, the elevator starts opening and closing on its own, while the fool waits in the hallway outside. The fool toys with him, the elevator keeps opening and closing, the power cuts out, and the lights flicker. Paxton tries to call Grant, but there's no signal. Suddenly, the fool is right above him. Meanwhile, the group is driving toward the mansion. When they reach the cards, they try to destroy them by burning, but the cards won't catch fire. They call Alma, someone who can summon the spirit tied to the cards using a ritual. The cursed reader's spirit appears. She doesn't interact with them directly but reads Alma's card, which contains 6 words and looks like a human. Alma is suddenly pulled away, dying in the same manner as written on the card. Chaos erupts. Paige separates Grant and Haley. Then the real magician, from Paige's first card, appears and starts chasing her. Paige runs and gets trapped in a box used in the magician's tricks, where swords are placed but don't harm the person inside. This time, the magician cuts the box in half with Paige inside, killing her. Only the devil and death cards remain. The devil drags Grant away to kill him. To save him, Haley faces the cursed spirit in one final confrontation. She apologizes to the spirit for the past, but it doesn't stop, it continues to torment her, lifting her into the air. Haley, however, had read the tarot for the spirit itself using its old card, which came up as death. All the cards are destroyed, and the spirit is destroyed at the same time. Haley unleashes her grief over her mother's death, while the devil nearly kills Grant. In the end, Haley and Grant survive everything. On their way back, they meet their friend Paxton, who also survived. When the fool almost killed him in the elevator, a fellow student opened the elevator door, causing the fool to vanish, saving him. So, of the 7 friends, 4 died, and 3 survived, reconnecting with each other. The movie ends here. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.